Welcome back to my playthrough of Kerbal Space Program at Interstellar Quest. This is episode 16 and we're launching a rendezvous mission to rescue the two guys back from the station that's been in orbit around Moho. So I've been using MechJeb to do the ascent into the same plane as the Kerbal station, so that we can do an easy rendezvous. So this version of MechJeb seemed to be having a bit of trouble, perhaps because of the high elliptical orbit that the target rendezvous target was. So I ended up setting up the manoeuvre node myself to get a close encounter. You can see me just setting that up there. So I'm using the docking autopilot from MechJeb again to make the manoeuvre. So we make the docking with the Kerbal station so that we can EVA the two Kerbals over to this spacecraft, undock and get them to land back on Kerbal. There we go, we docked. SAS is on the station, so that's why all the RCS thrusters were firing there, so I switched that off. And just EVA the two guys over now into the rescue ship. Get them inboard and send the second one over now. I think I must have transmitted all of the science back, so there's no science to bring across with them, it's just the Kerbals I want to save. We'll undock and then set up a manoeuvre node to return to Kerbal. Just getting as much monopropellant back in, so that because we've got hardly any fuel left on this ship, so that we can use the monopropellant and the RCS to lower the periapsis. So I'm just setting up a manoeuvre node here for about a 30 kilometre manoeuvre node, though it looks like I've crashed into the station, so I've only got luckily just got the RCS left, so we're much lighter anyway, so it's quite useful. and quite a lot of debris left there. So I'll fast forward through this or skip a lot of this because that's quite a long burn to do on just RCS. Here we go, we're now coming down into the atmosphere. This hasn't got a heat shield on, so I'm going to have to use this RCS capsule to help slow us down in the orbit and act as a heat shield to protect the actual cabin itself. There we go, see the thrusters firing there, the RCS thrusters firing. We've just passed our periaps, we're now going back up. But hopefully, well, we're captured anyway, so it might take another orbit to come back in and land. But if I keep the RCS firing, then there's the apoapsis coming down. We should probably enter and land on this orbit, even though we are going up at the moment. We're definitely captured now, so we're suborbital. We just want to use the RCS to slow us down so we're not hitting the atmosphere too hard. And hopefully protect the capsule. There's the shock heating now. Looks like we're okay, not going too far. We've slowed down enough so we're not getting that shock effects, so we can probably eject the RCS and deploy the parachutes. There we go, so just land in the sea, and that's one crew successfully captured. So in the meantime, while we wait for the transfer window for the other manned vehicle, there's this probe which has just entered into the sphere of influence of I think it's Pol. We'll just get as much science sent back from that one as possible, and set up a manoeuvre node to capture in that orbit as well. So we'll just do this burn now to capture around Pol, and then we can set it up to do some mapping and get some low altitude science. So just try and get the periapsis about 8 kilometers or so. I don't think there's any atmosphere here, so we won't have any problems with anything. We can just get our low altitude science. And then we'll lower the apoapsis and set up for doing some mapping with the altitude scanner. Well, hope you enjoyed watching this episode. Thanks very much for watching. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down, but you know, I hope you did enjoy it, so stay tuned for more.